So the beepy beepy thing is still going off whenever I walk by this guy, so... Aha! A billfold.
Juan Garcia Cruz. This is his address, but this place looks like a front.
Right? Is that everything? Finally. Alright, on to the next area. Where are we heading? I guess the soup factory.
Carruthers says the morphine is still turning up.
Makes sense. We have no idea how much of the stuff Lenny shifted. There's been no comeback from Cohen as yet.
Maybe Confidential Magazine is right, and Bugsy is on the slide.
You read that stuff? I wouldn't say it to his face if I was you. That is one hot-tempered son of a bitch.
Who is Bugs? I don't want to really talk about no Bugs.
All units in the vicinity and any central unit. Citizen reports of 415 at 7th and Central. Unit to handle code 2, identified.
Yeah. We're worried about the story. Let's not focus on this like shit! I say we're worried about the story, meanwhile, I'm just fucking pissing all over the directions this game's giving me. I'm not doing shit right because I suck. I'm terrible. I'm just kidding. I'm the best at running into people's asses. Parnell's Soup Champion, y'all.
Right. Let's see if we can find out who's been over-seasoning the soup in this place.
Get it, cause herbs.
LAPD. Who owns this factory, ma'am?
Mr. Parnell. Howard Parnell. I'll let him know you're here. Please, take a seat.
If you don't mind, we'll come with you.
If you must.
I definitely must, because,
You just wanted a follower, didn't you? You sly dog. I must apologize for my partner's roving eye. He hates saying goodbye, but he loves watching them leave.
Give it a rest, Roy.
If you could show these men in to see Mr. Parnell, Doris. They're from the LAPD.
Follow me, gentlemen.
there's like maybe 3 offices in this whole building. He's got a receptionist and a secretary. Am I gonna follow you, or are you just gonna fucking stand there with your head up your ass?
What is going on?
LAPD, sit tight, fatso. You could be in very serious trouble.
There's no reason to be rude. Take a seat, gentlemen. I'm sure we can sort this all out.
Maybe you can explain why we found $5 bags of marijuana in sealed Parnell soup cans.
That's an outrageous allegation.
How do you explain it, Chubby? We found at least 30 cans, all sealed up tight with your label on them.
Can I get a list of your employees?
Of course. We have nothing to hide.
Do you have nothing to
Doris, can you bring me in the current employee listing?
Here it is, Mr. Parnell.
On the desk, please.
Finally, that grinding stopped. Ooh. Ooh, she a slut. Straight up slut. Huh?
Any name on that list that rings a bell?
EJ. Either there's EJ or that Jorge Garcia Cruz.
This is familiar. 1452 North Las Palmas. A Jorge Garcia Cruz.
Come on.
Don't run off, detective. I'm counting on you to straighten this out.
I wanted to... I feel like there was more to this. There we go. No one with EJ. Whatever. Factory sealed soup cans.
The factory sealed cans we found suggest a very professional operation, Mr. Parnell. We're looking for an inside man.
I know nothing about this. I want this stopped as much as you do.
I don't believe this guy for a second, though. He's got a damn good poker face.
Tell me what I want to know, Parnell, or I will have half the LAPD down here tearing this place apart. You're hiding something.
Am I right in thinking you would not want to pursue misdemeanors outside your drug case?
Depending on what you call a misdemeanor, we might be prepared to turn a blind eye.
The truth is, I employ a lot of illegals. No one wants to do menial work anymore. Most of my factory staff are wetbacks. The local blacks and Chicanos all want jobs in aircraft factories.
Presumably because the pay is a lot better.
Let's not use that word, though, going forward. We don't have to make this a race thing.
How are your sales, Mr. Parnell?
Just fine and dandy, son. We're entering a new era of prosperity. I hope you're both big soup eaters.
No, actually, I only eat little soup.
Mr. Parnell, do you know what kind of trouble you're in? Come clean with us.
Okay, so things are a little flat. We're deciding whether to lower production. It's taken a while to adjust to not having any military contracts. You know, we sold Uncle Sam 5 million cans of minestrone.
That's a lot of cans.
Ever heard of Juan Garcia Cruz?
Not that I know of.
He has a brother employed here. You know him?
We employ large numbers of Mexicans. I'm not familiar with them all.
But he's on your ledger, dude.
That's funny, Parnell. He has the same address as his brother Juan, who we shot dead less than an hour ago. You better give me something.
Look, I'm not involved in this. I'm getting enough grief from Washington. There's an investigation going on into profiteering. Like a guy shouldn't be able to turn a buck while the war is on.
I'm sure thousands of dead Marines sleep soundly knowing that you did okay.
Ho ho! Oh ho 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 ho! Oh ho ho!
Tell us about Jorge Garcia Cruz.
Jorge? I had no idea of his last name. His team does daily maintenance on the conveyor belts and cookers.
So he's here now?
No, maintenance is at night. Night shift finishes around midnight. He would usually come in around 9 p.m. and have everything ready for the morning shift at 6.
We'd like to take a look around the factory floor, Mr. Parnell.
I hope we won't have to shut down the line.
No, nothing like that.
Thank you. I'm grateful for that. I'll show you around myself.
I mean, I would appreciate if you shut down the line because it's
I
really
hate
loud.
seeing how things are made. This is gonna be like that time I went to the slaughterhouse and couldn't eat steak for a week.
Pussy. I'll watch a video on how they eat fucking hot dogs while I'm eating a hot dog. Mama ain't raised no bitch.
This is where the produce comes in. We peel and sort all of the vegetables and add them to the line in regular quantities.
Fascinating.
A lot of standing water.
Why don't you keep quiet? You might learn something.
Oh, good God. This really is turning into some nightmare school trip flashback. That's the cop.
That's a lot of vegetables.
This is the hopper, which boils and purees the vegetables. The other hopper is for the pasta. This way, please.
You're loving this, aren't you, Phelps?
The soup is ladled automatically into cans. Next stage is labeling.
I'd like to see the packing and dispatch area, if you don't mind.
Sure. It's over here. Follow me.
Oh, look at the little cans. Look at
This is one of our dispatchers. Sergio, right?
Yes, sir.
These men are from the LAPD. Sergio here records our outgoing deliveries. They all go in the book. Just there, on the desk.
See, that's one thing that's not making sense to me is like, why are they recording all of this illegal ass stuff?
We're looking for repeat business in large amounts, Cole.
What's going on, Parnell? There's enough soup going to this place every day to feed a company of Marines.
What are you talking about?
Can I have a look at that coin?
Sure, why not?
Silver dollar, right?
Yeah, that's right.
The markings on it say it's been taken out of circulation.
Maybe. I'm not trying to buy anything with it. I like it. Brings me luck.
Do you have access to the canning area?
I do. But I keep to my station. Loading and unloading. Don't care much for soup.
I'm sure you don't care much for soup, but we all know you like that good bud, son.
Sergio, if you don't give me something, I'm gonna go to Immigration Services and have you deported.
I get a shipment once every 2 weeks. Ernesto does the driving. I don't know his full name. Gets delivered here at night, or he gets it canned up. From here, it gets sent all over the country.
Damn.
What do you know about the 20th century market?
Nada. I get the orders from upstairs. I send the goods where I'm told.
And you don't know Juan Garcia Cruz?
No, not me.
Yeah, right, you don't, bud. What about that coin that
You're a liar,
both
Sergio.
have?
You're in it, and I'm gonna break you for it.
You're loco, Placa. I got nothing to do with Juan Garcia.
Don't you call me Blanca. I don't even know what that word means.
We found a matching silver dollar on Juan Garcia. What are the odds of that, Sergio?
Sergio.
Juan and Jorge are brothers. They're cousins. They work for some evil gabacho. The guy is an aberration. He gives out the silver dollars. Jorge gets me a list of deliveries every morning. 20th Century is always on there.
You keep your mouth shut for today, and I don't take you in. Do we have a deal?
Do I have a choice?
Is that a serious question?
That's it for now, Sergio.
Wait.
If we need to speak to you again, we'll put in a call to Mr. Parnell.
If you have to, I guess.
We will be in touch, Mr. Parnell.
Pooping out
It is
little
imperative that
vegetables.
things appear as normal here. Keep an eye on Sergio in case he gets tempted to blow the whistle.
Thanks. I'll do that. You're going to overlook my little immigration problem, aren't you?
Cheer up, Fatso. We're gonna let you go on squeezing these poor saps a little while longer. Well, until some commie union types infiltrate this place.
Stop calling him Fatso. He's not even that bad.
I am glad to be out of that place. I never knew fresh vegetables could smell so bad.
Man, Roy, you're so cool phasing through these fucking doors and shit. They have a perfectly good parking lot. We park on the goddamn street. Wait a minute.
How many years have you been in Vice, Roy?
More years than I want to own up to, Phelps.
Come back. And we'll also
You have
be
any
back.
idea who Rojas was talking about?
The gringo who runs the operation? Could be anybody. You don't expect those morons to be running the show, do you? If you asked Rojas how much a silver dollar was worth, he'd probably say 50 cents.
Alright, yeah, we'll be back next episode. One more step closer to solving this case.